Well, hello everybody, and welcome to The Art of the Name. I'll just give you guys a few minutes to file in since I just opened up the stream. Busy show today, lots of stuff. Some days I wonder, it just went from 0 to 15, so instantly people are joining. Every Wednesday, I host this show, and we go through it. And I've tried to change it a couple times on days, but usually I get people quite animated and angry. So I'm stuck with Wednesdays, I guess, for the rest of my life. So welcome to everybody who's joined us today. We've got a lot of good stuff to show you, a lot of new stuff, a lot of cool stuff to talk about, and we're going to talk about handling sales objections when it comes to trying to sell a domain name. Oddly enough, I have not seen any other material online about this topic, which is strange because everybody has to handle objections when they're trying to sell anything, let alone a domain name. So you need objections that are custom written for domains, selling domains. You don't have to worry. I've also got a copy of the objections in a Word file that I will share with the people that watch the video. I'll tell you how to get that after this. I will look at some of the comments. Greg says, hi, Adam. Jobo's there. Steven's there. Let the knowledge rip. Jobo, nice to see you. Okay, so we'll leave it a bit more time for people to pop in, but people are starting to pop in. There's one of my usual Facebook users. Good to see you. I've never seen you. Don't know who you are. You should reveal yourself to me sometime online. So yeah, like I said, we've got a lot of cool stuff today. I do want to correct something. Last time I made a joke that it was carbon dioxide poisoning that went off in the house. It was not. It was my carbon monoxide detector. We don't have a lot of CO2 lying around our house. So my program director, Melanie, said I should clarify that for this week's show. Okay, lots of people coming on now. So I guess we will get started in a minute. And if anybody has questions, always feel free to ask them. Ask them during any segment. I'll go back to the boxes for questions and we'll see what's going on. And we will continue to press through. Again, this should be a pretty good show. There's lots of domains that I've looked at that are dropping tomorrow. Last week I had a pretty lame list and I wasn't very pleased with it, but I couldn't do much because that's the list that I was given and there was nothing really good in the drops. Today I think you're going to find, just listening to me for some of the names that are in the drops are going to be interesting. I also have a special one for Jo if she's on today, one I know she's going to want to chase. And it's always interesting when I know the people that follow my videos and are in our Facebook group well enough to know what types of domains they actually look for. So without further ado, we will skip to that in a second. For everybody who doesn't know how to get online and in our private Facebook group, it is go to facebook.com/groups/theartofthename. And then you'll be added to the group and hopefully you'll be able to add some value and help us create great content for the group that we add all the time. There's always lots of stuff in there. Actually, I was looking for a thread that I wanted to review on this show, and I was panicking because I couldn't find it, and I was getting so close to the show. So there's sometimes too much content in there, but I appreciate the fact that myself and the group continues to contribute everything to the group and add content and help promote the group. So thank you very much. All right, without further ado, let's go to the domains that are, now these are domains that are dropping tomorrow. So you have a couple choices with these domains. You can either back order them today, anywhere you want, and I'm not going to post the list publicly till after the drop so that people that didn't watch the video have no shot at these names. The other option is you can wait for them to drop and hope that nobody goes after the name that you want, and then at about 5:36 p.m. Eastern, you can just try to register it, get it for a fresh registration fee, which is about $10, as opposed to back ordering it for about 50 or 60, or depending where you back order it, and then having to go through an auction. But if you think the name's going to be popular, you think other people are going to go after it, you definitely need to back order it everywhere you can think of. Okay, let's go to the, we'll share my screen and we will look at the domains for tomorrow. And I will explain all of them. Some of them you're going to wonder, why did he pick those? I'll show you why. Okay, let's get rid of me because you don't need to see me. All right. So here's a list of, we imported a list of 115,000 names, filtered it out to .com, and then I took out domains with numbers and dashes because I'm not a fan. And that left me with 66,822. Then I filtered it out by everything from whatever I wanted: one-word dictionary, two-word dictionary, three-word dictionary words, short ones. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it says up here, 7 domains that are 4-letter or less that are dropping tomorrow. I only added a few to the list, and then we'll look at which ones I added and why. In the third column, you will see the names that I chose. There's 60 of them, and I'll explain why I chose them, and we're starting with the worst to the first. So Branding Hustler, I just thought it was a good name because I think it's 128 searches a month. It's a good name for a customer that does, a company that does branding. San Jose Glasses, well, they're definitely using glasses and sunglasses in San Jose. Rally AC Repairs was just a good geo one that I found using the geographical search part of the tool. I found that, I thought it was okay, and I went through all these. There was 604 geos dropping tomorrow. Here Vendor, wasn't sure about this one, but 822 searches a month. I thought it was okay. Fort Worth Teeth, that's a good name for a dentist. I'm not sure teeth is the word you want, but it's not bad. Gamer Backpacks, 1,000 people a month looking for gamer backpacks. That's definitely a site you could set up for yourself and run a business on there just by itself. And then we go to San Jose Sunglasses, matching it up with San Jose Glasses has 150 searches a month, but Sunglasses has 1,540. This one I just put in there for shits and giggles, as you say, Heartless MF. We all know what MF stands for. 1,810 people look for that a month. I don't know who it is. Set it up for your ex or something like that. I don't know. Another geo, Orlando Psychiatrists, spelled correctly, 1,860 a month. I guess a lot of people in Orlando need psychiatrists. I also went to the name tab, first name tab, and I picked 3 or 4 good first names that had a lot of traffic. And you'll see everybody named Alana or Alexander, whatever. I took Jesse Fredericks, 2,030 a month. Then I've got Denver Pet Grooming, Exact Mesh, 2,400 a month. Bodio Visualizing, I don't know what that could be. It could be like a name for getting a better body or visualizing a better body and then getting one. Las Vegas Cycle, a short one. Pretty easy. Sweats Fitness, you know, it could be good. I don't know, 6,400 people a month. And you can see we're getting to the meat of them now. So we went through the first top 20 or so, but there's a lot of really good ones in here that you guys are going to go after for sure. So let's stop teasing you. Lithium supplements, 7,300 a month, spelt correctly. Pandemic Secure. Are you pandemic secure? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be around for a while or not, but 8,400 people look for it a month. Hear Market. I thought that would be good for a hearing aid site. Not sure. Quick, short, easy to remember, passes the radio test. Not bad. Caddy Cleaner. Oh, by the way, Hear Market, 14,500 people a month look for it. Caddy Cleaner, 15,000 a month, also good. A lot of the Corona and sanitizer and wipes domains are dropping right now, but I did like medical sanitizer at 16,000 a month. Pandemic AIDS, not sure, just things to help you. It'd probably be the same sanitizer and stuff. And if you want a brandable for your company, you can use Project Titans, 19,000 a month. Union Nurse, 19,600 a month. Jesse Morrison, another very popular name, 33,100 people a month Google this name. This is an obvious name to buy, post on a landing page and let it sell itself. But yet we have so much more good to get to. Let me go back to see if there's, well, we'll do the comments after all this. Bridesmaid shirts. I'm not even sure what it is. I thought they wore gowns, but apparently they wear shirts too. 36,100. Pandemic Nurse. I think this is a good one. It's a good brandable. You could be the pandemic nurse. Network Trunk. It's just a network trunk as a part of a network. Vegan Custard. I got asked about to sell vegan candy in the last month or so. So Vegan Custard, who knows? But there's a lot of good vegan names starting to pop up. 3 Tutors, 46,000 a month. I guess that's a good brand. And this one I like. This was the first one that I found on the list. Brand tagging. I thought there's a business idea and a unique business there for brand tagging and being able to do brand protection and all kinds of cool stuff with brand tagging. I'm not sure what I do there, but it's pretty cool. Monogram pillows, 61,900 a month, and it sounds like another good business in a box. Selling monogram pillows. Sanitizer sprays, obviously great for COVID. People are going to stay a lot more clean and sanitary, and hopefully people wash their hands a lot. And I'm happy if people stay 6 feet away from me, since in the last year and a half, I haven't even had a cold or the sniffles. So stay away. I'm happy with that. Transferring domain. Okay, now which one of you doesn't want that? Transferringdomain.com. I'm pretty sure that's a name that pretty much everybody on this call would want, and we still haven't got to the best 1/3 of the lineup. So let's go. Sanitizing supplies. Oh, by the way, transferring domains, I got too excited. 84,000 people a month Google it to figure out what to do. Sanitizing supplies, also good, much in line with the other stuff. Landscape paver, 113,000 people look for a landscaping paver, so that's a job in itself. Who knows? US quarantine, again, temporarily good, not so great overall, but 118,000 people looking for it, but it'll die off as hopefully the quarantine disappears. PSMW, one of the better, 4 letters dropping tomorrow, 119,000, and again, we're still not to the good stuff. JJJM.com, 138,000. This one I thought was good, draftletters.com. You can do any types of letters for people, and you can proofread them. They can send in their drafts, and you can have a lawyer or whoever you want proofread them. To me, it's another business in a box, another good one. Muffin mold, 169,000 people a month look for muffin molds. So that's interesting. It's a product. It's a great Amazon site. What else we got? Medical trainee. It's a job one. Set it up with an affiliate to a job site, sent it to medical trainees. You're going to love it. It's great. You can see the list is getting better, and the bar is not down yet. Teach College. That's another good one. I like that one. 245,000 a month. GTKM.com, 257,000. Pandemic fears, not such a great one, but 300,000 people go to it. Protein conditioner. I'm sure there's protein shampoo and protein conditioner. 343,000. What else we got? First degrees. People always want to advertise their degrees or first degrees or whatever they want. 379,000. Admissions college. 439,000. You can see we're getting to the meat of the good ones that you're going to be after. Let's keep going. I haven't found the one that I picked out for Joe yet. Lightning charger. It's a big thing right now. Your lightning charger charges your phone 3 times as fast as a regular charger. That's dropping. It's obviously another good product one, and you can force it to Amazon and have lots of chargers. 447,000 people a month. The next one, gates and fences. I mean, that's how I read it. Gatesfences.com, 458,000 people. To me, it's good, even though it's not really properly punctuated, but Gates and Fences tells me exactly what they do. Sanitizer bottles, more about that again, 476,000. Cement grout, 632,000 people have grout issues. Sanitizer liquid, 640,000. You can see there's a lot of sanitizer stuff. When I did the geographical stuff, I had lots of problem with stuff because Corona is actually a city, and it pulled up all those in Corona. Floral leggings, 1.16 million people look for floral leggings. Another business. Viking Press, 1.6 million people a month look for that, and there are multiple companies called Viking Press that you could sell this domain to, nearing the bottom. RAM discs. Okay, everyone knows what a RAM disc is. 1.7 million people look for RAM discs all the time. So that's a good one. Where's the one I picked out for Joe? That's the one I picked out for Joe. Dailyreadings.com. Joe, I know you're salivating over this one. Great domain name. 2.25 million people a day look for daily readings. It is one of the best ones on the list. Home system. This could be for stereo system, could be for alarm system, could be anything. 5.1 million people look for home system every month. Who doesn't want that name? So I have this list ready for you guys. Anybody that wants it can message me afterwards, and I will send you the list. The other thing you could do, though, with this cool tool is we can clear all this crap. And don't worry, I've saved it all. Clear it all. Hey, clear it all. And if we want to just import today's list, we just click this little D up here, and everything comes in. You don't have to look through 115,000 names. Now you only have to look through the 60 that I chose. And you can decide what you want to look at and what you want to move over. So that's how easy it is with the tool. This is a new version of the expired domain search tool. It's got the dictionary, geographical, your own keywords, services, which are like landscaper, baker, cook, whatever you want, and all the first names you could imagine. So there you go. That's today's list. I hope you enjoyed that. I will look for comments now on the names that you liked, and then we'll move on to something else. I'm back. Okay, let's take a look at the comments. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know that. Joseph, I did get Joseph sent me a personal hug, and I appreciate that, by the way. The affection and the kindness that you guys show is always appreciated and keeps me going. Facebook, now I know who you are, so. Sunday, hi Adam. Big welcome and nice sweet coffee. Yes, Mazona, definitely the coffee. Love it. Thomas Davidson, good to have you here. Have to drop in 20 minutes. You're gonna miss some good stuff. Oh, the banner on the bottom blocks it out. Okay, I'll hide the banner and I will get rid of the other one as well. Thanks for pointing that out. Let's go back to the comments. Ditto. Greg White, Viking Press. Yes, it's a good brand name. I think it's great, and it's also, like I said, there's hundreds of companies that use it, so you can easily either use it as a brand yourself or you can sell it to one of them. When will we get software updates? So everyone who has the software should have the latest version of the software. Tom, if you don't, message me on Facebook and I will send you the link to download it. The user, how much does this cost? The domains or the software? We'll go with the software. $4.99 US today, last day, goes up to $8.99 tomorrow or later today because I've added in all those other features. And feel free to send in new features you want. I'm adding stuff every day. I love landscape pavers. See, I didn't think that was such a big deal, but maybe it's because I'm useless on anything other than computers or electronics. I am not good with my hands, so except on a computer. Great names. Can we get from you before it drops? It's your NP. Great names. Can't we get from you? Oh, they're not my names. So if they were my names, I would gladly give them to you guys or I'd sell them, but they're not my names. So basically they're all the tool reviews names that are deleting or about to be dropped. I have no control over those names. How much these domains cost? They are going up they are deleting tomorrow, so you can back order them and get them for a back order, or you can go ahead and try to register them after they expire. Would you explain the advantages of your tool over expired domains, not .net? So a few people have asked me that. I had Melanie explain it to me since she uses it. Basically, for me, it just keeps everything easily in one place, makes it easier for me to sort things, find things without having to look at a bunch of other stats. And I just use it because I built it and I like it, and it makes things a lot more simpler. If any of you have any ideas on advantages over expired.nets who have it, who want to post, feel free to post. And I'll go on to another topic. Melanie, if you're online, which I'm sure you are, you can post and I'll show your answer. Okay, so that's the end of the new tool discussion. The Mac version is due out either Friday or Monday of this week. And we will see that. Oh, and then Mark says you can't get the search count. Okay, so that's one good thing. But there's a lot of other things. Feel free to keep posting, and Mark, glad you like it. What other we can talk about? So there was a list. Use that list for portfolio. Okay, so there was a list that we posted in the show, and it said, I said post your top 2 domain names to everybody, and some of the domains people posted were good and some were crap. So I just thought I'd spend a minute or two and go through and review some of those. Let me just look at Greg's comment before we go look at some of those names that were posted. I use them both. I take lists from expired and drop into Adam's tool for more refining. There you go. So that's one of the things you can do. You can do it for anything. You can also put in your existing portfolio, import as a text file, and use it there if you just want to check some stuff. Let me find the list of stuff that we need to look at now from the other list and see what was good. I will do a review on some of those names. Don't take insult or anything like that. Somebody else asking, can you tell me about vegan custard? I don't know much about it, except it has lots of traffic. You'll have to Google it. But these are all names, again, that are available for back order. And no, sir, just call me Adam. I don't know who sir is. I'm just here to help you guys. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff that we're going to review. So we'll look at the art of the name. No, I'm off the screen, so that's good. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Some of the names, lots of people commenting. So Super 100, it's okay. I don't know what to do with it. So these three names, I'm not sure what I would do with any of them. Cans.us, probably good for the film festival. Country Music Legend, decent name. Flight Signals, interesting for an app or something like that to check when their flights are coming in. Welfare Agency, I like that one. It's a good one. Not sure what I'd do with it. Newbusiness.net, it's okay. Landscape Company is better. See, that fits the company brand, so I like that one. Restore Fit, you could get back down to health. You'd have to build a brand around it, but it's good. Leads Pond, not sure Pond goes with leads. Defense Threat, interesting. Live Cam Club, obviously you can do lots with that. Eldred Order and Virus, obviously good domain names. I like both of those. ISSN, International Standard Serial Number. I don't know about that one, Ahmed. Lean NFT, not bad. Plantain, interesting. Vegan brand, just make sure it's not a trademark. Rare Joe, yeah, you have to brand it as coffee, but it would be okay. Audio Options and Enable Chat. Both of the Audit Options and Enable Chat, both of those are good domain names. I like both of those. For info on these, he's looking to sell it. Denver Rocks, that was a fast one, up and sold, hopefully through the group, which is what the purpose of this thread was. Japapp.com feeds, these ones I'm not sure of, don't know, they must have some abbreviation. Cortella, not sure what that is, Rejumble. 1066, I know David's mentioned that before. It's a big year for people in the UK. I like that one. Let's see, Roman Blind's not bad, good domain. Ultra 365, that could be a good brand. Online pizza order, there's apps for that, but who knows. Diarist, and metacustomer.com. Metacustomer could be good. Diarist, I'm not sure what it would be for. Midnight.com, interesting. Bank.com, both brokering. A lot of names are being brokered lately. Good names, but the problem is it knocks down your amount of buyers, but you just need one buyer anyway. I like Universal Lender. I really like that a lot. Joseph, good name. Probably we could sell that together, or may even be interested in buying it. I like that domain name. Activity Ring, those are becoming very popular. There are rings out there that can measure your sleep. They can measure everything these days. I like that. USA Diploma, not so much. Wired Wallet, interesting. I'm not sure I like the wired part. Cheap to Rent is a good domain name. Thanks for the opportunity. Here are my best two. Oh yeah, I like Puppy Supplements. I love that. Puppy Supplements is definitely a name that could sell, and Daytona Car Insurance is also a good name that can sell. NFT Clips, Nifty Fox, okay. Not sure what I do with those. Embryo, at least it's pronounceable, not bad. Pickled, interesting. Lots of people love anything pickled, good name. Computer Lockups, that would be good for a Fix-It site. I like that, where you remote in. Purpose Statement, good, but I'm not sure what I'd use it for. Purpose Statement is a strong domain asset, okay. Telemarketing Script, I like that one, Hal. I've liked that one. Parse Down is good for parsing lists and things like that. Bruce, Toronto, Ontario. I'm not sure we use Ontario a lot, but still good. Producer.net is a good name. Nifty Order, Brokers, NTF. I think I've seen those already. Rap Masters and Perspectable. Perspectable is like Objectable, one of those good names that just came up and is selling, so that's a good one. I Eat Your Food, Sad Dog. I'm not sure Sad Dog would be a great site, unless people want to post things about dogs that passed away, but it's an interesting domain name. Maybe even a brand that could pipe things up, who knows. Los Angeles Sex Crime Lawyers, 5 words, a bit too long. Alabama Commercial Roofers, that one's a better name than the other one. Somebody's already sent you a PM, so that's working. So Sober Life, that's a good one. Good one for people who are recovering or anything like that. It's a good name. French Bite and Dubai Goals, interesting. Property Suggestion, good. People are already talking about the list. Stop Flus, that's always good. Don'tShoot.org, another good one. Statesattorney.co, I don't like a CO, sorry. Wedding Planner, spelt wrong. Don't bother by any domains that are spelt wrong, not good. Christopher's Best, Rain Pixel, that could be a company. I could see that one being a company, I like that. VR Life, that's a good one. Brandable. Thanks.de, looking.de, careers house. It's not really the right grammar. Owner financed, obviously Cliff, that's a great name, owner financed. Could be anything, could be a house, could be anything. World currency trading. Yeah, Cliff, you got some good ones, that's for sure. Printed invites, interesting, but I'm not sure that people are printing them. It's all evites these days, although some people send printed invites for weddings still. Muscle gain fast, good. Token boot camp would be better than token beach. Burj Khalifa, I don't know what that is, so I have to pass. Eat digital learning, I like that one, Joe. That's a really good one. Home insurance renewal, like that one. Eat digital learning, I really like. What else we got here? Dynamic Nifties, interesting. California coast map, Leon County, Texas. So it's a county, but I'm not sure what you could do with it or to sell it. Battleofthedot.com, now that's good for a domain contest. I like that. Toilet bags, always good. Everyone carries a toilet bag when they travel. Toiletry bag, toilet bags. Century City Lawyers, that one could be sold. XR.reality, interesting. NASCAR Diagram, these ones I don't know. They're brandables, but I'm not sure what to do with them. It's a good four-letter one, VYKT. It's a good name. Certainly get a few hundred for that plus. Red Pear, interesting. Psychic Weed, that's Joe's, interesting. See what else we got. There are some people interested. This one I couldn't read the logo on, but he was kind enough to provide another logo and tell me exactly what it was. LAXE. Bleck, I'm not sure Bleck is a positive name, but it's pronounceable and it will sell. Let's see, nearing the bottom. Social Millionaire, I love that one, Jen. I love that name. Non-wiser, I don't think that's a positive term, but okay. Cannabis Bluffs, interesting. Freevaxpass.com, well, it looks like they are going to introduce Vax Passes. I'm not sure there's such a thing as a fresh seafood store. Yes, that's good. I read it as free as first. Canine Advisor, interesting. Moscow Cars, good one, interesting. This one would be better if I spoke a little more German. Well Self is a good brandable. I like that one. Taking care of yourself is the most important thing. That takes us through this part, and there were some good names in there, definitely at least a half a dozen that I like and would be interested in. So I appreciate you guys popping those up. Let's see what we got. Anybody else in here? Joe, some great drop names. Yes, I know, but what did you think about the one that I picked out for you? I thought it was great. Joseph, you're happy? Let me go back to that list because it's a really good list. But anyway, that's the one. I think it was Daily Readings or something was the one I picked out for Joe, but definitely a good one. Let's look at the other stuff. Sarasota Gutters, Tempe Lawn Service, and tax exemptions are sites that I'm building out for some of you guys. I am going to have all of those, 3 of those, completely built out by the weekend, this weekend, and we'll post links so you can see what I've done in the group. They're being done. I just haven't finished them. Then we have the interesting sale that I tried to make an offer on PDMC on Dan.com for $400, and I was rejected. Not even a, hey, it could be $5,000 or $10,000 or anything to get it started. I was willing to spend $4,000 to $5,000 on it. I don't know what it even stands for now. I think it was, oh, now I know what it stands for. So it stood for Powered Domains Masterclass. And that's what I was going to pick it up for, but then I've since changed the name of what the courses will be called, not because I couldn't get the domain name, but it was an example of you should respond to people that give you any offer over like $100 or $200, because at least they realize it's worth more than the $10 registration fee. I think they should have responded to a $400 offer or said, look, we're nowhere in the ballpark, I want $20,000 for, or something like that, but probably respond. Not responding lost them probably $4,000 if they would sell it for that, $4,000 to $5,000. So take a lesson from that and respond to everybody and everything. The next thing is brokers. People are asking a lot of different questions about brokers. They're posting other names that they're selling in the group, like shares.com and things like that. It's not really a place to post names for sale, and it's really, if you're brokering a name, I don't think you should post another name and ask people to help you sell it or broker it, because then there's like 2 different levels of brokering, and the person who's going after the brokering doesn't even know that if they promote it, if I promote it, I don't even know that the person really has brokering rights. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with shares, but just in general, you need more information than that. Another part of the group was saying they want to hire a bunch of people to sell their domain names for them. Well, I can tell you this, that nobody's going to sell your domains better than you will. It's the same story about you open up a restaurant, does really well, and then you go ahead and you open up another restaurant and you can only be in one place and you trust somebody else to run the restaurant. Probably you end up losing both restaurants. So hiring some idiot to sell your domains is probably not the answer. They need to be really trained, highly trained for months and months on domains, as well as the benefits of domain names and years of understanding. It's just not like selling a car or selling anything. So yeah, you can get somebody with sales skills, but they got to know the domain industry inside out. I personally wouldn't trust anybody selling them, but we'll see how it goes. And if you couldn't sell it up to now, what makes you think somebody else is going to be able to sell it fresh off the street? Maybe they can, who knows? But most importantly, if you do want to sell domains, I may be interested in taking some on, but not a lot. What I would say is, look, tell me what you want for the domain name. Let's say you want 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000. If I can't get much more than that, I'm not going to bother taking it on. And I would say we pretty much split 50-50 on the domain name. So that's up to you if you're interested in doing that. And probably I'm going to be very selective and tell you no on 99% of the names anyway. Most people don't have a lot of sellable names, but they think they do. That's another problem. That's why they bought them. But the problem is they haven't sold them up to now. So you need to know, first of all, from an outside source, if your name is actually sellable and sellable at the price you think it's worth. So that's important. Let's see. Know what you paid for the domain name, because if you don't know what you paid for the domain name, it's harder to figure out what you want for the domain name. And don't get unrealistic and think, oh, I paid, I know, $200 for this domain name. I want 100,000 for it. You have to be realistic on what your prices are set for, or it's not going to sell. But sell it at a price that you're happy with it for. And has anybody in the group sold a domain based on info that they've learned so far from this group? Let's see what happens with that. Thomas is gone, but he says, thanks, Adam, for the usual great webinar. I have to drop off for a conference call. We'll listen to it after on replay. If you sold a domain name through anything that you've learned through the group, please post it in the comments in the last few months or whatever. Let me know. And then also we're going to add badges to the group this weekend. So if you sold a domain name, you can post that you sold a domain name. We're going to give you all kinds of cute little things to mark your accomplishments. I think we should do that. And you can say, they'll say I sold a domain name, I sold a lead gen site, something. But they're not going to be about appraisals, because appraisals are useless. Some people thought about buyers groups, where a couple of people go into a group. Could be 1, 2, well, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Everyone puts in a certain amount of money, and you get one expert to go out and buy the domains for the group, and then you all sell them and split the profits, depending on how many people you have in the group. Those things generally work as long as people have realistic expectations, and I wouldn't go above 4 people, 4 to 6 people in the group. And find people obviously with the same budgets as you that can put in the same amount. If I put 5,000 in or 1,000 in, everybody else has to be able to do the same. What should you make your first offer? Who should make the first offer, them or you? So somebody asked that question in the group. It really depends. There's no urgency to make the first offer. If you're buying it and you want the domain name, you should make the first offer. If you're selling it and somebody approaches you, they should make the first offer, or you should set the bar so that at least you know you're on the same page and you're not wasting your time. The most powerful word you have is no. But telling them why. The worst thing that you can do when you're talking to somebody is have no action whatsoever, meaning no response and no action. That goes into any sales, anywhere in life, whether it's a website, could be anything that you're selling. No action means you're not sure what to do. If people want to start their, okay, so another thing is the domains coin. So I set up a cryptocurrency coin called Domains. I am currently working on partnerships with registrars, hosting, Jack Hopman, and a few other places where we can get tools for domain coins, so that once you have a bunch of them, you can almost get your domains for less than $1 or less than $2 once they start to go up, which they will. So I'm working on that, and if anybody, by the way, wants their own coin and they have a business plan, I can set that up for them. It costs 2 BNB to set up your own coin, but you have to have a good business plan behind it. It's a really cool thing, and then people start buying your coin based on your business plan, and it's a really cool thing. I've done it for 2 other people, and they're doing really well. But don't give any free coins away or your liquidity dies. Another thing people asked about was the second line app pricing and how I stop spam calls from coming to my phone. For me, I just use Google's service where it says, do you wish to screen this call? And then I say, yes, screen the call, or I reject it. Screen call means they're given a message that says, please state why you're calling this person. And most of the companies will just hang up and I don't have to worry about it. But I have used an app called Second Line, just for domain sales, and it allows you to get a second number. Your phone rings through, identifies when it's that second line calling, and you know it's strictly for domains because you haven't given it out to anybody else. Somebody said that it had bad service reviews. I don't really care about that. I'm just using it for a phone number. I don't care about their service reviews, and it does the job. What else we got? I talked to Jack Hopman today. He is giving us a code for Lead Theme Enterprise, the local lead gen theme that I mentioned to you guys. So he's giving us a code for that so we can get a good discount on that. It's different than some of the other codes and tools that you guys have gotten for them. And then one of the other things is that if you guys don't apply what I've given you, you may not be as successful as if you do. So I'm not guaranteeing you're going to sell any names. What I'm guaranteeing is if you use the stuff and information I'm giving you, you will have a better chance of selling your names. Now we're going to head to our topic. Our topic for today is handling different types of objections on domain sales. Feel free to post some of your objections in the group, and I'll handle them after I come back from dealing with what some of the objections you're going to deal with are. So the common objections that you're going to deal with. So you want to sell a domain name. Are there any questions before I start the handling objections, which again was interesting that nobody has posted an article or a video on this at all on Facebook, YouTube, or on the internet that I could find. So it's something that actually has to be dealt with because you're going to deal with these all the time and you have to know how to handle them. Again, I'm going to go through these at a fairly quick pace. You can ask any questions, but for the people that are on the video call, I will make this list and these answers available to you, just as we have with other email scripts and things like that. So the first thing, what's the first thing is going to happen when you call to sell a domain name? One of the first things that can happen is somebody's going to say, well, I already have a domain name for my business. So, okay, I'm going to say, look, I'm not asking you to rebrand everything. What I'm saying is if you get extra leads and income for your business by owning this name and redirecting the lead capture from using a 301 redirect, it'll help grow your brand and you'll get extra leads. Do you want to be known as the only locksmith in Miami? Like, do you want to get those leads? Do you want to be the one that they all call? That's really what the answer is for that. It's like, hey, I understand you have a business. I understand you don't need to rebrand. I'm just offering you a chance to get more leads for your business because this is a good domain that's directly targeted for the leads that you want. For all these examples, I'm going to be using Miami Locksmith just because it was easier. So the next one you're going to get is it's too expensive. The price is too high. So what I usually say to them is you're looking at price versus cost. The price is a one-time charge, while the cost is what it will cost you not to have these leads for your business. 4 leads, and you've paid for this domain name, and it will continue to provide you leads going on. So again, the price is what you're looking at. It's a one-time cost, but the cost is the cost that it's going to cost you for your business. So you actually need to think about the amount of leads you can gain from that. And for your business, you're talking about 3 or 4 leads will pay for the domain name. So you may want to take a look at that. Another one you're going to get, I'm not interested. Okay, so you're telling me you're not interested in me sending you leads for your business, and you're not interested in buying the domain name, but what if I'm sending you leads that you only have to pay on if they convert, so there's no upfront cost? So that's one way to handle it. The other one is you're not interested. Okay, so you're not interested in growing your business because I'm offering you a chance to get more leads. Or are you not interested in reducing your AdWords spend because you're currently spending $2,250 a month? And you could do the same thing and get the same number of leads without spending that kind of money and buy the website for like $1,200 or $1,400 or $599. It's really not worth you spending $2,250 a month or $800 a month or whatever you're spending when you can actually own the leads, and I can help you build the content up so you rank better for your website. Next one, there's too much going on right now. Okay, I understand that there's too much going on. What are some of the ways you're getting leads right now besides AdWords? Because the only way I can see so far is AdWords. And if it's not a good time right now, I'd like to schedule a call with you to see when we can talk about how to do this. When is there a good time that we can chat? Okay. And then also not interested, you're not interested in being ranked #1 or #2 for locksmiths in Miami, or you're just interested in having Google pay for it. I'm happy to help you, and I just want to create a relationship where we can both win. We've talked about too much going on. We're doing great in this area right now. That's another objection. So the other thing you could say is, okay, but I did Google the main keyword Miami locksmith, and you currently rank 115th for it. So you're not getting any traffic from Google right now unless you're buying traffic, and I can help you so you can get listed without having to buy the traffic, because I have MiamiLocksmith.com, and it's already ranked number 8 or 9 or 10 on Google, and I can help you with that, bring in more leads, because obviously you're not going to see leads on page 115. So is that something you'd be interested in? Okay, you want more leads. And then the other one is, we're happy with the way things are. Well, that's great. So can you tell me how you're currently getting your leads? And is there a problem if I want to send you more leads and you pay me for the leads that you get and you convert? I'm not asking for anything unless you convert the leads. And then once you see that I'm getting good leads off of the website, you'll probably want to buy the website anyway. So maybe we could look at that. Another objection: you don't really understand my business. Well, I'm sorry, I thought fresh leads was what your business needs. So again, I'm just trying to bring you fresh leads to help grow your business. I want to grow your business as if it's my business. So let me help you do that. Next one: the site sounds great, but I'm too swamped right now to handle this. Okay, I understand. It typically takes less than a day to get fully up and running. Do you have 15 minutes that you can schedule with me and I can do the rest of it? I'm not asking for a lot of your time, but I do really want to get you to see the value of this. I'll even send you the first lead free if you want, just so you know that I'm not pulling your leg or just trying to sell a useless website. And then one of the other ones you're going to get, just send me some information. Okay, I'd be happy to send you a link to the website that's already up and that's already getting traffic for Miami Locksmith. I'll even send you a screenshot, and I'll send you a screenshot of where it ranks in Google for Miami Locksmith. Like I said, you're at 115th. I mean, I definitely want to show you and help you improve your business and get you some leads so we can both do it. What would be a good email and time to chat again? And those are just a bunch of the objections that you will get and you can handle easily just by knowing it. A lot of them are standard sales objections, but you have to change them over to a domain mentality. One of the biggest ones you're going to get is, I already have a domain for my business. So, okay, you already have a domain for your business. That's great. I'm just talking about adding extra value and extra leads. I'm not talking about changing your whole branding. And then another person sent me from the group, asked me the other day, this is not an objection, they found 3 buyers for their possible domain name, but they were concerned because none of them had a website. To me, that's not a concern. That's a chance to definitely sell them the website, the domain, all at once and get them going. Also, if it's a small company, they'll probably change a bit of their branding if they see that the site is ranked a lot better than what they have and they haven't done any real branding or spent any money on branding. So there's a lot they can do as far as that goes. So that is our handling objections. We've handled about 8 to 10. Anybody have any objections that they want me to field? And I will gladly give you the information on that and answer the objection for you. We've handled the price is too high. We've handled it's not a good time. We've handled I already have a website. We've handled pretty much everything that they could throw at you. Even the I'm not interested. You're not interested in growing your business? You're not interested in more leads? I don't want anything. I just want to give you more leads. So anybody have any questions or comments, feel free to add them now. I will have a sip of coffee and relax my voice. And then while you're thinking about that, we'll go back to this for a second. If you want to join our group, you can go to facebook.com/groups/theartofthename and join our group. And we post videos and information like this all the time. Like I said, it was so full I couldn't find something I actually wanted, which is bad. Yeah, so a couple things here. Somebody said, great info from Zach. Somebody is, who are you and why should I buy from you? Okay, that's a good one. I'll leave that one up. So, hi. I'll say Jai. Hi, Jai. I'm glad you asked that question. My name is Adam, and I mentioned at the beginning, I specialize in dealing with locksmiths in the U.S., and I build niche sites for locksmiths to help locksmiths do better and get more revenue and more leads for their clients. So that's why I picked you. I looked you up. I saw you have a good business, and I thought it would be a good opportunity for us to partner up and either get you a domain name that will bring you in more leads, or to help you build up your existing business with more leads, or to take what you've already got and help get you ranked better for the keyword Miami locksmiths. So the key is I specialize in locksmiths in the Florida area and in the US. I get 100 of these calls a day. That's because you buy all the domain names. They're trying to sell you SEO and stuff. You're not trying to sell SEO. You're trying to sell them the domain name. I'm trying to close a sale over the phone, but I don't have a British accent. Okay, so that's probably when you should partner with somebody else who isn't from Britain, who may want to be able to handle the call with you. You'll have to split your sale, and it's the power of buyers groups. Ideally, there's no way for me to give you a British accent, but we'll see. Who are you and why you call? So Jai goes back to, oh, excellent, thank you. I'll pronounce Jay. There you go. So at least I got that today. But ITs are never trust, will, external help. ITs are never trust, will, external help. Yeah, so again, you'll have to go into the company. Remember, if they reach out to you, you've got a better chance. If you're reaching out to them, you have to be ready for objections. And what I would do again is I would go through and ask for the right person. Make sure you get to somebody in the different department if it's not a one-person firm, and then get a referral from that person to somebody that would buy the domain name. Again, ask for accounting, talk to John Smith, and then call back and say, hey, call the marketing VP and say, hey, John Smith from accounting said I should reach out to you. I've got this great domain name. And now you've got a referral to get you in through the door. And then it's up to you just handling the stuff. Jay says he's got a British accent. Can we partner? I will be partnering with some people. I don't know who yet, so who knows? We'll figure it out. I don't have time, again, to sell everybody else's names, but definitely interested in partnering with some of you. We'll figure out who later. I need selling help. I have a pretty good accent. Okay, there you go. So we'll have to figure that out. Maybe we can talk one-on-one or something and get some of this stuff done to help you guys with the sales. It's not a great domain. Okay, so with that objection, it's not a great domain. I'm assuming that's an objection you're going to get. So the answer to that objection is, you may not think it's a good domain name, but it's currently ranked, and it's bringing in traffic and leads for the product or service you're selling. So may not be the best domain in the world, but it's got traffic and it's got leads, and it will make money for what you're trying to sell. So it doesn't have to be the best domain. It's just got to be ranked well for the keyword that you're looking for. But I think it's a really good domain name. I'm sorry you don't think it is. But always listen for those objections and then be ready to handle them. Any other questions from the group? I'll tell you what we're going to be doing next week. Next week, we will be doing a full CRM with templates, where you can basically just add people and set up custom templates for the domain names, and the templates will be there for the emails and everything else. You basically add people and put which domain that you're trying to sell them, and then the system will do everything else for you. It'll tell you how many domains. If you sent out 10 emails for one domain, it'll tell you how many people opened them, how many times they opened them, if they forwarded to somebody, if they're interested, if they responded, and then it'll also send out the second email, the third email, and the fourth and the fifth email automatically on days that we set up. So that system will be set up and ready to go for next Wednesday, and it'll help you actually sell some of those names, and it'll give you the sequence that you need to do, and I'll help you walk through and all that. Everyone, people are asking, better to phone or chat or email. So again, usually I would say best to start with an email, because then they remember your name. Then you can follow up with a phone call. I like to do a phone call after the first email. And then after the first phone call, I will follow up with another email, and I'll send them something of value that can benefit their business so they understand that it's worthwhile. Or like last week, I'll send them an email with some stats that they may not interested and may not open, and then I'll send them an email that says, hey, you didn't open my last email, how come? And then they'll go look for the first email. So Personally, I like email first, phone second, not really chat. It's going to be email or phone. Next, but it's getting 4,000 searches per month, and there are more than £1. And Jay, there are a lot of businesses in that locality would help them for sure. Jay, this is for you. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff you could say. I mean, ideally, you've got to get there. You got to get your point across to them quickly. And the only thing that people care about right away is how it would affect their business. How will it bring them in extra money? That's all people care about. They don't care about the sales pitch, but they do care about if you can generate them even $1 or $10 or one sale or help them do that, or the website can do that, then you're in. And again, there's no harm in saying, look, I'll send you I'll send you a lead from it for free. You can test it, and if it's good, you can either buy the website or you can purchase the leads from me and pay me based on what leads closed. Either way, you need to build a site and get it ranked. People ask me, do I need to build a site and get it ranked for all my domain names? No. But for anything that you want to do AdSense on for yourself to make money, you need to build it and have it ranked. For anything that you want to sell leads on or show to a customer that has some added impact on it, it absolutely needs to be built and ranked, and it doesn't need to be built out heavy. So yeah, that has a big benefit. Joe. Confidence that website ranks #1. Apart from setting a plugin in Twitter Reel, what is used to help getting? Okay, that's all about your search engine optimization. Certain keywords will rank better than others. You don't have to rank all the time for the short tail keyword. You can rank for the long tail keywords. Like today, I did a search for what was it? Sales objections domains, and the video that I posted last week came up #1. It's a good one, and it comes up, and it's good. So you don't always have to. You can always use best locksmiths in Miami, or you can use best Miami locksmith, or you can use cheap Miami locksmith or cheap locksmith in Miami. It doesn't have to be always Miami locksmith, but they're going to realize that if they get good Miami locksmiths or good reviews on Miami locksmiths or anything, if they come up, they're going to be happy, and then you've got a better sales tool. Is that email system part of your tool or a separate new tool? No, it's a separate tool. It's not something that I own or operate. It's just going to be a system I'm going to show you that's reasonably cheap that you can use. Like it's probably going to, I think the free version you can use and get away with and not have to spend anything on it. I haven't built email into my tool yet. I probably will do that. It's something after the Mac version that I'm looking at. But this is just a good CRM. It's a popular CRM that will show you how to do it. The CRM is not the important thing. It's setting it up with the sequence that I give you and the proper emails that I give you to actually get the domains to sell and follow the process. You'll have better luck. Good question, though. Sounds good, CRM. Yes, listen, we did lead generation. We've done handling objections. The next thing is to give you a CRM where you can put it all together. I got the response recently, URL has nothing to do with SEO. Well, that's true. So to be honest with you, the URL does have nothing to do with SEO. It's the pages and the content that have to do with the SEO. But without good pages and good content and content related to what the domain is or what the client is trying to sell the service, it's not going to rank anyway. Really, you could put content that says, I don't know, Sunday Bodie is the best plumber or has the best plumbing leads and get that ranked too. So it's all about the content, and it's about making sure that the content is changed regularly. So I do agree with you. The URL has nothing to do with it, but most people you're going to talk to won't know that. I certainly don't believe that. If they do, you're talking to somebody with a lot of SEO knowledge, and they're well beyond needing you. Next, love it. How much for you to build our sites? So we're going to do lead gen sites. I'm probably going to, if you just want regular sites, they're not going to be much. I'm going to try to do them for about $20 a site. I do not want a whole bunch of people sending me sites to do, though, but you can talk to me about it. And if you want me to build 10 sites for you at $20 a piece or whatever else, I can do that, no problem. They have to be ranked. I will show you how to rank them. I can't spend the whole time ranking them myself, but I will go through one and show you how to rank them yourself and everything you need to do to be able to do it. If we can't rely on appraisal tools, what would you look for when selling a domain name? You absolutely cannot rely on appraisal tools. An appraisal tool, we went through it on the last video. If you haven't seen it, when you looked at taxexemptions.com, we had 6 or 7 different results from every company that's respected, from GoDaddy to Estabot to all the others out there. And it has no value whatsoever. You really don't need an appraisal tool when you look for selling a domain name. You need to know what you paid for it, and you need to know what you'd be happy for it when you sold it. But it's not a pipe dream. Don't pick a domain name and say, oh, I got this for 10 bucks, but it must be worth $50,000 to somebody else. Again, buy the domain name, start out with a domain name for $10, sell your first few for 100 or 200, build up your strategy, build up your sales technique, and then start increasing your prices as you go. There's enough domains out there that you can do that and not worry about it. So work on your sales process, build that up, make that perfect, and then go. I got this response recently. Yeah, we talked about that. Alexander, how deep is required to go to niche with articles for trust from people you phone to? So the important thing is to, obviously, you're better off if you stick to one niche. So if you want to be an expert in that niche and you want to say you're an expert in locksmith, or whether it be, one of the biggest one is pest control. So if you want to be an expert in pest control and pest control leads, companies make huge money with that. You need to be an expert on everything to do with pest control. So you need to write good articles and you need to write good stuff. There's a company I used to use before. I'm not even sure if they're still alive, but there's lots of sites that will write articles for you, really good articles for like $8 to $10. The one I used to use was The Content Authority. I'm not sure it's still alive, but there's lots of them out there these days. So how deep is required to go with the niche and articles? I would say pretty deep if you want to be the owner of that niche and you want everybody to be able to come to you. I would actually set up a site called the Locksmith Lead Guru or the Locksmith Leads or something like that, and then everybody else know that you're the guy for locksmiths, and then go ahead and put that as your signature so they understand you have expertise in that field. So there you go. What else we got? What else we got? Opportunity cost. Not sure the question there, Zach, but if you're saying that, oh, he's got another question. Let's see what it is. If all similar, others are taken, then higher value. Yeah, I'm not sure the question, Zach. You may need to rephrase it. Is there a cheaper way to call leads from the UK to the US? You can use Skype. Skype is fine. It's cheap. You can get a long distance plan. I think it's probably a few bucks, and it covers all of North America and probably Europe. So I would use something like that. There's lots of services you can use, so I wouldn't worry about it. Can a domain be priced too low? Now looked at because it seems low compared to other high-priced domains. Hope that made sense. Yes, a domain can be priced too low. And one of the things I'll say is most times domainers will sell domains too low, but then other ones will sell them too high. So you have to decide what you're happy with for that domain name and not worry about how low or how high it is. And don't worry about other people. Don't worry about comparative stuff. Use it to decide, basically like you would. You go out and you buy some mints. I'm just grabbing mints off my desk. I paid $2 for these. If I was walking down the street and somebody offered me 10 bucks for these mints, would I sell them? Yeah, probably. Would I be happy? Yeah, probably. Same thing with your domains. If you're selling a domain name and you paid 50 bucks or 100 bucks for it, or 10 bucks, let's say registration fee, 10 bucks, and somebody's offering you 500, you should be pretty happy with that to start. Now, it doesn't mean you should accept the first offer. What it means is that you've got a good place to start, and you need to decide what you're happy with. Sell a domain, buy a domain for 10 bucks, sell it for 500. You can go out and buy 50 more domain names for the same price, or you can buy 25 and bank half of it, and guaranteed you're up $240 from that first sale. So there you go. Again, really count on what you bought it for and what you would like to sell it for, and don't let anybody influence you, and don't let stats influence you. We looked at an example last week where we said blue vodka sold for, I don't know, $8,500. Does that mean I should go out and buy pink vodka, red vodka, and every other color vodka and think it's going to sell for the same price? No, nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it all. It's just that one buyer had it. Now, could you go out and offer that buyer all of the other vodkas? Sure. And you could do that, but will they be interested? Who knows? Maybe they're just developing blue vodka or something similar. There's no way to tell. Rick used to base on real estate leasing costs. It was an answer in relation to how much is a domain value. So yeah, I mean, a domain value is, yeah, it's an opportunity cost. And yeah, if all similar ones are taken, it is a lot like real estate, where in the sense that it's better than real estate, because if you go in a subdivision and somebody wants to buy your house and you don't want to sell to them at the price, there's 20 other houses that are exactly the same as yours in the subdivision, so there are other choices. With domains, they don't really have that other choice. If they want to buy your exact house, they can only buy it one place, and it's from you. So whether they like you or not, they have to deal with you. And I've had many people that I've told to bugger off because we were too far apart, only to have them come back to me later and be a lot nicer and buy the domain name. And the only reason was they had no choice. They would have loved to have dealt with somebody else, but they can't. That was your answer. Thanks. You're welcome. Sunday. What's up? Versus Skype, what's more popular in the US? Shall I have local use? Yeah, so I mean, most of the time for me, I'm using WhatsApp most of the time, so I'll use WhatsApp. Some people use Skype. I have both. I prefer WhatsApp because I get it on my phone much quicker and I can respond to it faster, but it doesn't really matter which one that I've used. Other questions or comments? Again, next week is CRM week. Oh, we just hit an hour and a minute, no, 1 hour, 15 seconds. Anybody have any other questions? I hope you enjoyed the show on objections. And again, if you have any other objections that you want me to answer, feel free to post them in here, and I'm happy to help you both now live and tomorrow or the next day, whenever you actually want to ask. Just post a question in the group or message me personally or send me a message on WhatsApp. My phone number, in case you don't have it, I will post it up for you. It's 416-884-0535. I don't hide it. Feel free to message me directly. Some of you are a little bit more message happy than others. Please back off. Some of you will send me 10 messages in like 5 minutes. I want to help, but I can't answer that many questions so fast and so long. So give me a couple questions, but don't ask me to appraise every domain you have on WhatsApp, because I just don't have that kind of time. But if you have certain questions about direction, or you've got a sale you need help negotiating with, or anything else, happy to do it. To summarize, again, if you want to help, if you want to set up a buyer's group or a group where we help sell domains or do something like that, I'm open to it. If you have a good domain name you want me to sell and you're willing to give up 50%, I will help sell it for you. And if you want niche websites to be done, I can do maximum 10 per person. That's going to be $20 a site, but depending on the lineup, it will be big. And only pick names that are worthwhile you doing. Don't just build names for the sake of building names if they're not sellable. So I will tell you what's sellable. And that's about it. Everybody else, you can see us at facebook.com/groups/theartofthename.com. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please share it in groups that you belong to with other domainers, and promote it. It only helps us grow and get a better quality of people overall. Any last questions before we sign off? Nothing as of yet. Signatures in, okay, we do have one. Signature in the letters. So you'll get those in the emails in the CRM. You do need to have some sort of a professional signature. Don't use email or Gmail. Make one up. If you're doing a niche, like I said, do like theplumberleads.com or something like that, and make sure you use something like that in your signature, something good like that, and then go with that. But build a brand. Make sure you're building your brand. Could be anything you want. Just make sure that you have it all there, and people can see it. Again, you want in your signature, you want every possible way to contact you. You want your phone number. You want your email, you want whatever else you want, your Skype name, your WhatsApp. You want to make it easy for people to call you. You absolutely have to make it easy for people to call you, and do not protect your who is. I'm getting lots of more info now. Great call, Eddie. Thank you, Eddie, always. Let's go back, Eddie twice. Love Eddie. Thanks, Joseph. And again, Joseph, I didn't miss that hug you sent me, and I thank you for that, buddy. I appreciate you as much as you appreciate me. Jobo, thank you. Kathy, thanks. And another question. Can you mention about user profile image? Yeah, I mean, everybody should use a user profile image on all of your stuff. Actually, when you're sending your emails, one of the things that you should do is have a small picture of yourself beside your signature, because it makes you look like a real business, which you are. You're not the run-of-the-mill Wild West domainers who are out there trying to peddle crap. You're selling real domains with real value that you actually believe in, I hope, that adds value to a real business. So yeah, I would put a small picture beside your signature. So picture, where's my finger? Picture, then name, information, contact information, emails. Make it so they can click to call, and make it they can click to email. Sunday, Love, Alexander. Good to have you again. Finally, you made it in. Love these sessions. Thanks for sharing. It's my pleasure. Thanks, and we'll post these sales objections to you in our group in G Drive. Yeah, if you already have the access to the swipes or the templates that I posted before from G Drive, I will post these objection templates in the same spot. So you will be able to find them and won't need to ask for permission or anything else again. For those of you that don't have access to that, message me and I will give you access to both things in that group. And last one, I will not pronounce your name wrong, Jay. Now I know you've got a great English accent, so we're all good. I guess that's about it. Another Wednesday ends. Again, thank you very much and have a great day, and may you all sell lots over the next week until we meet again. Thanks again, everybody, and have a great day.